Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Respawn Land. We are at Latrobe University, Bundoora. It is the grand final. It is Calamity Gaming going up against Boonz. I can't remember, but Boonz. So it's going up against Boonz, and this is the final match of the best of three. Each team has managed to win one game apiece, so this is it. This comes down. The winner will take all from this match. We are already into the match, the Boonz Throw Fan Club. We are already into the match. We're in the bands and picks phases, so we'll quickly go over there. We have Wisp, Visage, Odie and Animage all banned out by Calamity Gaming. We also have Clockwork, Venomancer, Timbersaw and Marana being banned out by Boonz Throws Fan Club. But the pickups, Alchemist, Invoker, Vengeful Spirit, Storm Spirit. And then for Boonz, we have Nature's Prophet, Lich, Viper, and their final pickup. Now, Alchemist, Invoker, and Storm Spirit and Venge we've seen by Calamity play quite a bit throughout this tournament, just because that's the sort of heroes they sort of stick to. It's very going to be very interesting, this game, because it looks like a lot of them have got their favourite heroes. Rubik now being picked up by Boonz. Pugna ban out, no surprises there. Pugna being reasonably strong as of recent, and it looks like there will be a mid hero needed coming from Boonz. So what are we looking for on the side of Calamity? Calamity looks like they need some sort of offlaner, so that's what you'll be looking to ban from. Boonz will be looking to ban, so Calamity can't pick them up.
5 seconds remaining.
5 minutes of normal time. They've still got their full bonus time sitting there, so they can think about this for a little while if they really need to.
Time.
We're just well waiting to see exactly what they're going to go for. They've eaten 20 seconds of their overtime so far. And there it is. They're going to ban out that lifesteal. That lifesteal, the bomb, especially with the Storm Spirit, works just as well as it does with the puck. So they're a little bit concerned about getting that lifestealer coming in there. But more of an offlaner hero is probably what we're going to need. I suppose they could have sent Invoker on a safe lane or Storm Spirit, but last time they played the Invoker and Storm Spirit together, Storm Spirit went off lane, and the Invoker was the one that went mid to pick up those levels very quickly. So
5 seconds remaining.
We're just looking right now for the final pickup coming from Calamity Gaming. Going to eat into their reserve though, and they're going to think about this very long and hard, I'm thinking. Wondering which sort of hero they really want to go with, what they need, and what is going to be hardest for Boonz to try and counter out of this whole conversation. And it's going to be a Magnus. So we're going to see the 1-3-2-7 Magnus again, and the reasonably same team lineup as they had in that game in the semi-finals. So should be interesting to see exactly how this goes. Now, who is Boonz going to pick up here? They want to counter some of the heroes that have been picked up, but they really don't want to do it too much. I mean, any sort of slow is not going to stop the Storm Spirit. The only thing they've really got to stop the Storm Spirit so far is the Rubik's Lift, and that is it. So they're going to be needing some sort of hard stun to come out from this lineup. And it's going to be a Drow Ranger. I suppose there's a silence there. But that's all, I suppose. How does that silence last for? Let's have a quick look. Duration, 6 seconds. Alright, so at max level it lasts 6 seconds, but it's one of those things that you max out at the very end, not very early on. So we'll quickly go through the team lineups. We'll have a quick gander over here. We'll go, and it looks like there's very early smoke. They're going straight up right now. And we do have Sudabita is going to be playing on that Viper. It's very hard to see through this. Drow Ranger is going to be played by Wuttung. 214, sorry, is going to be playing on that Rubik. We do have the Nature's Prophet being played by SKR, and then we've got PJY is going to be playing on top of that Lich. And here we go, they already know. Look at them just go marching in, and look, they've already picked it out. We do have An Alchemist already here. He's got an unstable concoction. They're trying to get out of here right now. They understand that they've got too much going in, and the stun does end up going out, and it's not going to really pull up the lift and pull up, and it looks like Alchemist is in quite a bit of trouble. First blood will be going to Wutong on the Drow Ranger, and they are going to be walking back out of it. They managed to get first blood. They did not get the Roshan that they wanted, but I mean, they still managed to get a kill out of it. They got very, very lucky in that situation. I mean, that could have turned out very, very bad for them, especially if they were all grouped up and that Alchemist stun hit. That AoE stun would have been just devastating in that small area, but they broke up enough, and there we go. We do have Storm Spirit. He is going into that off-lane area. We do have the Invoker. Invoker will be going mid lane once again, going that Exhort build with it, and an off-lane Magnus, and just wondering whether this is going to be off-lane Magnus solo or if he's going to get a dual lane support. And it looks like he's going to get a dual lane support with the Alchemist coming down. Alchemist just checking the Roshan pit, making sure they still weren't doing it just in case. And no, it looks like he's going to be working his way back up to the top lane. Infinity playing on that Vengeful Spirit. Going to be, you know, one of the big stunner for this whole thing. And then you've got Storm Spirit playing that hard farming hero. And it's going to be up against a Lich, so Lich is going to be very, very careful in this situation. I mean, Storm Spirit, once he gets those couple of levels up, I mean, Vengeful Spirit only needs to use that stun once, and that is it. That's all Venge needs to do for a job, and a couple of levels come up on that Storm Spirit, and then Lich is going to be in quite a little bit of trouble. I mean, the stun, then the pullback, and then the Static Remnant just coming out is just going to hurt so much, with the Electric Vortex, of course, slowing again as well. Drow Ranger sitting in the mid lane, going up against the Invoker, actually, and having a pretty good time of it, at this moment. Going over 4 last hits, 1 deny. Invoker has actually picked up none so far. Finally picks up one under the tower, and that's all he's got. But he's going up against the dual lane. The Rubik is in here as well, so, I mean, taking frost arrows very early on by the look of it, so it's going to be very, very hard for this Invoker to do anything. And there we go, right out. We've just got the Invoker coming in and does a lot of damage right now. Invoker will pick up a kill in the mid lane, and there we go. We actually got Venge. Venge is going to get out. It does go up to the high ground, and it doesn't miss up high ground, unfortunately. That last hit did manage to hit the Vengeful Spirit, so Venge will go down. So a trade 1 for 1. It was a support for a support. But more importantly, the kill went to the Invoker, and that's exactly what he needed. He's managed to get himself up. He does only have 1 Blades of Attack early. He's gone for that Blade of Attack. Never actually got the Ironwood branch, so he got shared a Tango. A couple of tangos, so Blade of Attack already got boots, and that other Blade of Attack is going to be coming back up in 100 gold, so a couple of last hits and he'll be good for it. Viper down on this bottom lane is actually having a grand old time with his last hitting. He's up to 13. We're going to make that 14 very, very shortly with this very last one, yep, and then he's probably going to deny off this one. And there we go. Yep, ends up denying it off. So Magnus is not having grand old time down here. He's only got 2 last hits. He's got no denies on the Viper. The Viper's going to outrange him, and he's going to be able to do a lot more damage down on this Magnus, and this Magnus is going to do it to the Viper. He's got to be very, very careful about it. You see, just the range Viper has and that bonus damage that Viper can pump out, and have a look. Poor Magnus is just getting absolutely rolled down here at the moment, but he does have a bottle. He's got a regeneration rune sitting in it right now, and there we go. He's just going to try it, but he gets denied off instantly. He can't even shockwave creeps to death right now. He does have 2 points in it now, so it's going to be a little bit more easier for him, but just 10 denies sitting on this Viper is going to make it hard, and Storm Spirit does manage to pick up that Lich, and I mentioned it, and I should have watched it. The Electric Vortex, 3 points up in it, 1 Static Remnant, and the Overload. Just able to pick off that Lich so easily in that top lane. It makes it very, very hard for him to be able to do basically anything. But back in again, and he's moving around quite well. The Storm Spirit is going to be the big issue here. They really need to try and get someone up there to keep him under control for for this part. And look at Lich. Lich is very, very scared to actually go in there and do anything because of the amount of lockdown that Electric Vortex can pull in and do so much. But Tread's already up for the Drow Ranger now. Drow in the middle lane has all the attack speed she needs. Phase boots, yes, phase boots are on the Invoker. So Invoker's last hitting is going to become quite a lot easier for him now. With those couple of points in Exhort, he's got 3 points up in it now. So last hitting should be a breeze for him with the boots, of course. but it's also gotten a lot easier for Drow as well. She's got Precision Aura, she's got 3 points up in it, so no issues for her right here with the last hitting. These players are both very, very experienced, so they should be fairly easy. The last hit, it's always those first little ones. Like Invoker's never been the best to last hit with, especially if you go the Quas Wex build, but going Exhorted just makes it that little bit easier because you're able to get up those extra points in damage while putting in the Exhort. So we're going back down here to the Magnus. Magnus is still not having a grand old time with it, but he's actually getting a couple of last hits now. He's up to 3 at least. Sorry, 6. Viper's still got 20. Drow's got 21 and 18 on the Nature's Prophet. I mean, Invoker's trying to catch up. Storm Spirit's trying to catch up, but Storm Spirit also has that kill going up there, and so does Invoker. So that sort of helps out. Drow got an assist. I'm pretty sure it was the Nature's Prophet that got it. Oh yeah, but Drow's got one as well from earlier on. So it looked like a gank tried to come out in the middle lane on that Invoker. He's able to get away just by the skin of his teeth. I think he must have Shadow Walked. Yeah, Ghost Walked straight out of it. Magnus actually managing to kill off that Viper down in the bottom lane. Coming down, it looked like it was the help of the Vengeful Spirit and the Alchemist, just basically going straight down there and just stunning up instantly and beating down on that Viper. That Viper thought he had control of the lane. Didn't really have any wards up, wasn't able to see, and all of a sudden they just rotate in and kill him off. Very smart play. Now here we go, we actually have the Viper coming back into the lane again, chasing down that Magnus quite heavily. Magnus only has one more bottle charge left after this. He's going to use it up right now. Unfortunately the rune is right up on top, so he's not going to be able to do it. I think he's already got, yeah, he's got the courier already coming down. Ward's coming to the support, so he'll put that back on the courier. And oh, there we go, Rubik in a very bad position right now. And have a look at this, just going straight in, and see you later. And Sunstrike just gonna smash him in the face. Invoker picking up another kill there. This is gonna help him also. And look at the instant teleport coming out. The Storm Spirit just jumping straight down. He's got level 6, so he's going to jump straight onto that Drow Ranger, and Drow Ranger is just going to basically go absolutely nowhere. And will he be able to get the kill? Yes, he will. Invoker gets it, and look, oh, Nature's Prophet, I can't believe you actually did that. And Viper going down again and actually getting Alchemist getting the kill for that one with the help of Magnus. And it just looks like that CG have just managed to come around and just like, yep, we've got this time. We don't care how we are farming, we're going to move around the map better. We've got better heroes for these ganks, so we're going to use them like that. Drow Ranger really isn't a good ganking hero until she gets something like a Shadow Blade up. So it's a little hard for her. But we do have 4 heroes sitting around in the mid lane. Storm Spirit just has a free lane up on his own right now, up on this top lane. He looks like he's going... He's got a Sage's Mask and Oblivion stuff, so yeah, it looks like he's got Oblivion stuff now, so it looks like he's going to be going into something like a very early Awkward, get that silence off, really wants to try and shut down that Viper from being able to do anything, the Nature's Prophet or the Lich, just whoever he wants to jump on, he can jump on and stop so many things. And look at this, Magnus is now getting ballsy and just marching straight down at the Viper, and the Viper's running away from him, so it's just wow. And really? Did I just really hear that? Really, Vine? Really, V-Line? I have no idea what's going on, but apparently it's interesting. A lot of cheering going on for something probably very stupid. That's what Respawn is. And there we go, Magnus all of a sudden jumps in there, and it's just no good because, and then the Lich ultimate goes out, but it only bounces 3 times, manages to get down. Alchemist in a lot of trouble right now. Magnus has already gone down. Ben just trying to get himself out of there as quick as he possibly can. There it comes, the Nature's Prophet coming down, gets trapped in there, no swap, trying to get out, no, not going to happen. Nature's Prophet pops the ultimate, just has enough mana to pop it off as well, and does it. And Dire's top bottom tower now under attack. Viper's just going to town on that. They are going to fortify it. Lost 3 people, they lost all the advantage that they just had just by overextending and trying to dive on towers. It's just not the right way to do it. Magnus back down in the bottom lane now. Viper very scared of this because look at that, just the amount of damage that can come out, and he's just still doing so much damage back to him. At the same time, Magnus now will be saving up to be able to get himself those lovely, lovely blink daggers that he loves so much, just so he can jump in, that reverse polarity. And it's the worst thing right now that's going to be for Viper is that he's going to be able to run in a reverse polarity, and Viper's not going to be able to do much about it. But we do have Storm Spirit, who's still up on this top lane, free farming, 41, almost has as much as a Drow Ranger, which is absolutely phenomenal. Sure, he's able to clean it out with the Static Remnant, but he didn't even max that out. He's maxed out Overload as well as the Electric Vortex. So he's got plenty of time up in this lane all by himself. We do have Vengeful Spirit. He's now here. And who's come up here? Lich has actually come up here. Venge, do you have swap up? That's what I'm wondering. Venge is level 3, so no. Bad Jeffrey, thinking that, you know, Infinity could actually do something. But you have a look, and a 4-staff coming out on Invoker this time. It wasn't a very quick use. It was a 4-staff being made up.
The guys must have been or something. So last week, Toxic, Ezreal going to have a bunch.
So we have Invoker down here. He's got that 4-staff, so he's going to be able to get out of the way. Even if he gets silenced by the Drow Ranger, he's going to be able to 4-staff himself away. And there we go. Drow's going for that early Shadow Blade. Shadow Amulet first. Only needs Claymore, and she's going to be able to get that Shadow Blade and be quite useful. And oh, here we go. Invoker's got himself a double damage room. He's already got Sunstrike as well as the Cold Snap invoked. So he's just basically going to need to walk up to this Drow and just go nuts. But he should have the time of his life last hitting right now. He's got so much damage behind him. Absolutely ridiculous. He's got himself 200. There's no way he should have 200 this soon. Gotta love those double damage rooms. But now we go, and it looks like 1327 is just being harassed out by this Viper, and then he's just harassing the Viper straight back. I really have no idea what's going on over there. In all honesty, guys, I have to go and have a look.
Middle tower is under
Excuse me for 1 second, guys.
Okay, don't worry, guys.
Tower is under attack. That's a twofer. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So basically, it's a bunch of people who are idiots that just make noise. I found that out, and it looks like Viper managed to pick up another couple of kills down there. 3 actually, to be that specific. Where did he manage to pick those up? But he ended up going down himself. Looked like top lane, top lane, top lane. So yes, definitely picking up a few kills up there on the top lane.
Tower is under attack. Hey, you guys.
But ended up losing his own life for it. But he brought his team well back into this, and he's probably still got plenty of money stored up in the bank for now.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
And the middle tower gets denied. Vengeful Spirit trying to get out of there as quickly as she possibly can. Does have Treants trying to chase, and oh, just going to miss out. And oh my god! And Drow massively smacked in. And have a look at that. Magnus reverse polarity smashing into it, and big mistakes coming out right there. Storm Spirit ends up going down, but they lost the Drow. They lost the Lich, they lost the Nature's Prophet. Not worth it in that case. They just basically threw away what they got in the last one, and 2 of your cores just dying like that, and like the Viper was dead the up before as well. Giving him to Invoker as well as Magnus is just not good ideas right now. We do have Magnus, he's getting closer and closer to that Blink Dagger, and he just got altered by the Viper, so he's going to be a little timid down here on this lane for now. Viper has himself up a headdress. He's going for that early mech, like Vipers do, and then probably bringing himself into that Aghanim Scepter, just like we saw the Viper do earlier for, yeah, you know what I mean. There we go, we do have Magnus. He is just sort of farming down here quite well, and Viper, I think Viper was thinking he was all alone. He pinged him out for a second, didn't realise no one's up there on the top lane at the moment, so Viper has a full mech now, so Viper's going to be even harder to kill at this point in time. Just when you think, oh yeah, I got Viper, all of a sudden mech charge, just to annoy the crap out of you. But they have left this whole bottom tower unattended, so Magnus now has a Blink Dagger, and this is just going to be quite amazing. And there we go, we've got the stun, and will the stun, yep, it will go off, but it's not going to be enough to save his life. Oh, It is on. 2 ults just hit that Invoker. Invoker got hit by the Furion ult as well as the Viper ult and still managed to survive. There we go. Magnus now battled up a haste rune and now is moving over to the mid lane. But no, actually moving back down to the bottom lane. Has enough. Blink Dagger is up now. Reverse Polarity is up in 7 seconds. He's just making sure right now that he's bottling up as much mana as he can, as much health as he can, and he's getting ready for that bottom lane. Move in. Nope. It looks like they're all going to be backing out of here.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, poor Alchemist could not get out of there in the nick of time. Storm Spirit is going to be able to get out of there. Goes back up to the top lane, and look at the Storm Spirit is just going to absolute town right now. And the Storm Spirit, as well as this Invoker together, is just going absolutely massive with each other. And look at all these trees trying to beat down on the Storm Spirit, but Storm Spirit's just going. And look at Invoker just like, feed me your treants. I want them now. In this case, SKR's just going, please leave them alone. But we do have 3 people down here pushing on bottom lane. We do have the Lich as well as the Rubik and the Drow. Drow going to be able to take out tower so quickly. 2 points in there. She's got the bonus 60 agility, so she's hitting quite hard at this point in time. She's going to be able to take down towers quite quickly, especially with the bonus damage she's getting from the Shadow Blade. So Nature's Prophet, Necronomicon #1. Going to be able to raise up some dead people, but won't really see it much used until it gets into up to level 3, when they can use it for all the bits and pieces. But here we go. We do have a Storm Spirit just sitting there waiting, ready to jump in on whoever goes, and not the good place to go in. And there we go, jumps straight down, does massive blink in, reverse polarity, massive reverse polarity just came out. Huge win going down right now. For Nature's Prophet's down, going down right now on the thing. Will the Venge survive? Treants are after her. No, will not go survive. But that's a huge win fight right now. And there was a buyback by the Drow Ranger just wanting to go on someone, and I don't know why. That's just a complete waste of money. And plus, the guarantee, like, she can't get unreliable gold from anyone basically. And Drow's still standing in there, realizes they're all on full HP, can't get any gold for this time, while she was supposed to be dead, and that's going to last for about another 30 odd seconds. So not really worth it. If you think so, she wasted a bunch of money and she's not going to be able to get any gold. There you go, finally able to get some of the gold now. But we do have Invoker. It looks like he's going back to base because he doesn't have it. He's going for something. Same thing, he's going for a Necro Book as well. Going for a Necro Book as well for the Invoker, so it looks like it's just going to be a Necro Book push against war against each other from here on out. It looks like Alchemist a little bit scared to try and go down. Oh no, he was pulling out, so he's able to go down, but he's not going to be able to do that anyway because basically his ultimate ran out. But he's still going to go for it anyway, so might as well. His ultimate comes back up in 5 seconds, so he can pull him out, jump back in, go to town on him with that ultimate. It's level 2 now, so the regen's actually quite well. Bonus health regen 75, bonus mana regen 7.5, but not going to be able to because he's got to save it to go up in the middle. And there we go, he starts popping that up, and oh, Rubik stole it. Rubik just stole. No, he stole Acid Spray actually, and there we go. The thing goes off, managing to get up, and oh no, that's a massive miss. Reverse Polarity. That's going to be able to cost the game right there. That's cost all this, and look at the ult going out, and it's going to end up hitting the Alchemist, hit the the Invoker, and just keeps going. And then he just uses a stun, ends up getting stolen. The Stable Concussion ends up getting stolen by the Rubik, but Rubik has no one to throw it at, so he's going to end up stunning himself. Loses a third of his HP while doing that. Drow Ranger manages to pick up the Vengeful Spirit while going under the tower. Alchemist actually buys back into the game. Venge buys back into the game. No, they have to really try and defend this right now. Now, this is a worthy buyback for these guys. If they defend this mid tower, they're going to be it's worth the buyback. So they end up defending it. Worth the buyback there. Maybe Venge didn't have to buy back, the Alchemist had to at least. But now they're just going to block off, and they're 2 supports, so it's not as big of a deal if they actually buy back. Not like if it was a Drow Ranger. Like Drow could have something like a Demon Edge by now. But it's a little unfortunate there for that Drow. They could have been so much further ahead. Then There really are. Speaking of that, we'll go over to the goal graph, and it looks like, yep, it looks like they're over nearly 5,000 gold ahead right now. But, ooh, CG, they're actually just a little under, about 2,000 experience ahead. So one's got the gold, one's got the experience at the moment, and it's just the way this game's going to be working. And you have a look shockwaving through the trees just to make sure no one's out there. If they hear the noise, they're going to be out. They're going to know that someone's actually down there, and you can see the pings going out. Don't know where Storm Spirit is. Looks like Storm really wants to jump onto this drow, but the moment he goes in there, she's just going to basically go straight out. Necro book level 3 coming out now for the Nature's Prophet, so he's got what he needs. I think the Invoker really wants to get up to that Necro book level 3 as well, just basically because it's going to make it easier to see the drow. You just right click with those onto the drow, and even in the Shadow Blade, the Necro units actually keep up. They got quite quick, so I'll be able to do it. But look at this, using the Clarity, he's just going to basically be beating down on this tower as quickly as he can, and probably going to TP out and go back. Oh no, he's actually just going to leave it, and they're just going down, and oh, that would have hurt.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That would have definitely hurt, accidentally killing the unit, and it looks like Invoker's just not going to stop here, he's just going to keep going, and then there we go. Viper ends up coming down here, ends up taking quite a bit of damage, a little bit, yeah, there we go. Ends up beating down one of the Necro books. Ends up taking a lot of damage, and you just look at the amount of armor he's losing right now because of those simple units. Like, he's got a lot of armor on him right now. There you go, plus 10, and he went down to plus 2 just because of the Forge Spirits. And it looks like fight's going down, and there we go, yep. Poor Rubik getting picked off very easily there, and a Necro book being built now on Viper. So this must be just Team Necro book push that's going to be coming out now from the, yeah. Not sure about that, but it looks like they're all up into Roshan now. They really want to try and get this down, and Invoker's here. He's going to be able to pin down a bit more on it. Magnus as well. Good plays coming out of 1327 with those RPs. Even when he was playing with the Timbersaw, he made some great plays that were just able to be help and utilize this team, but it looks like they're going straight down. They want to go down mid. They want to try and take out this mid tier 1 tower, trying to take away some of the control that these guys have over their entire map, which is a little hard to do, but they can actually push down quite a lot harder than the other team, especially Invoker. Invoker can do it all by himself. He's just going to be like, look at him, he's just down here now with these Forge Spirits. Even the tower loses armor points. No, it doesn't actually. But the Forge Spirits still do a lot of damage going down onto the towers. And you go down to the bottom, and who was that was down there? There's a Storm Spirit, and Storm Spirit's getting ready to jump in. And yeah, Invoker's going to TP back as well. Mana back up. He wants to go fight.
Under attack. Guys, you need to defend here.
Looks like they're just going to all bail out, and this is around about the time that most teams, or both of the teams, usually look to go get Roshan. But there is a smoke up. We do have Avenger and Alchemist smoked up, coming down the river. I think they just saw exactly where that Viper is, and they know he's trying to farm up in their own jungle. And yep, he's going to be able to get out of there, no worries. And Drow Ranger actually buying herself straight up a BKB, so she's managed to get herself that. She's just going to send it out to her. Necro book level 1 for the Lich. So this is a Necro book strat coming out right now. And oh, they wasted the Lich ult. They managed to get Lich to waste his ult. That was amazing by these guys. Now they've got about 70-80 seconds, I'm pretty sure, until it's back up again, level 2. Yeah. So actually 115 seconds. Shit, that was a bigger jump than I thought. But 115 seconds until that's back up again, so they can team fight however they want, whenever they want, basically for the time being. 80 more seconds to go on that ultimate, so they really should do it. Like, go in for Roshan if you're like, oh, the Roshan's gone, but that's the sort of mistakes that you need to make. Go into Roshan and like do all that sort of stuff. But in saying that, we've noticed it's not going. And look at this, a Necro book coming up from the Magnus as well. It's just Necro books everywhere. We have Viper, Necro, Prophet, Necro. We have Lich, Necro. I'm waiting for the Rubik to get one as well as the Drow, but we've got Magnets with buying a Necro. We've also got Invoker who's already gotten a Necro. Storm Spirit hasn't got one yet, but I'm sure it's coming. And same with Venge. But there still hasn't been... Who has the August? Storm, yeah, Storm has the Aegis.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
Well, it looks like they're trying to push up in the mid again. And there we go, we see the... And Storm Spirit, where are you doing, buddy? He's jumping straight down and he's going actually down. Oh, that was amazing. Just a nice reverse polarity right there. Invoker coming in, letting his spells go off. And then stumming up the Drow Ranger, so... And Storm Spirit going down with the Aegis to the Immortal.
Here I am.
It looks like Invoker's getting in a little bit of trouble himself. He's trying to get out there. And there we go, straight down on the Nature's Prophet. Pulls straight back out. 10-second BKB, and it's not going to last forever. And that's the thing. Look at the Invoker just basically going at absolute town. They're not going to be able to get the racks. And they're just trying their best. And there we go, Necro Book units now going out onto that Viper. Viper in quite a little bit of trouble right now. Trying to survive, but it's not going to work because this cold snap goes on. It keeps getting attacked by the Necro Book units and not going to be able to do it. And all of a sudden... Oh, there goes Storm Spirit. Just jumping straight down. Really doesn't want that Viper to escape. Just taking him out 25-20, but it still looks like that... yeah, it still looks like that the Radiant have the advantage here. As much as they're behind in kills, it still looks like they have a massive advantage.
Is available. They're going to go straight for it here. First bad finish on the Udia. Can't do a lot to him. Does have his one person now, but
looks like Storm Spirit's finally brought himself up his treads, which isn't a bad thing. He's also got himself his BKB, which is down to a 9 seconds duration, the same as the Drow's now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she's got hers down to a 9 seconds duration as well, so little unfortunate about that, but you know, it has happened. It happens. Drow just was able to attack that Rex for a long time, but she still did not have quite the power to be able to bring him down. She was attacking the range Rex for a while, trying to bring it down as low as they could, because basically it doesn't regen any health anymore whatsoever, whereas the range Rex, melee Rex does. So, Necro Book 3 now on the Viper. So, Necro Book 3, Necro Book 3, Necro 1. Drow, no Necros, and you know. So Necros blowing around everywhere at the moment, and look at this, we've got a couple of people all just clinging up together in that jungle. They really are afraid to move around. As much as they have the kills on the board, they know that they're not quite in a sound spot just yet, and they know they're going to have to work very, very hard if they want to actually come out of this.
Even now that he has a Randuin's and a Null Mantle Cloak, he's still fairly tanky even with it down.
Oh, there we go. Comes straight out, and we see the Storm Spirit just basically go straight to the back and land straight on him. Magnus is actually dead already. Invoker trying to get out of there. He goes back into the Lich ultimate, gets himself killed. Magnus and Invoker both out of here so far, and there goes the Vengeful Spirit as well. And I'm pretty sure that this game is already done. They're just going straight over. They could have just went straight for the win, but they don't want to. They want to make sure they take out all of the racks first. And here we go. We do have Storm Spirit just deciding to go straight in there, and yep. Straight down. Drow Rangers kills that tower. They're going straight in for the next tower as well. Invoker drops down that Meteor Strike, just going to go jumping down, and there we go. It looks like Drow Ranger actually gets herself picked off as well, and then same is going to go for the Viper as well. Viper looks like he's going to be in quite a lot of trouble, and he's going to get out of there. Yes, he is. There goes the cheering people once again. The random cheers of the people in the crowd once again. I wish I were cheering for this game, but they're not actually watching it, so it's all good. But we are now going down into... it looks like CG is actually trying to push down as much as they can. They know they have to group up. They know they have to make a push eventually. They can't just keep getting pushed back on constant occasions. It's just not good enough for them. They have to try and do something, and they have to try and do it soon. Or else they're just going to get basically pushed out of the game. They have the kill advantage. All they need to do is actually kill off a couple of people, and they should be able to get down. And there we go. Necro units plus the Forge Spirits just beating down on this tower is absolutely ridiculous. How quickly that could just disappear.
Legends V29 hack the planet online League of Legends tournament. So that was highly exciting, and we'll have to jump into game 2 and see what.
It looks like, oh, have a look at this. They're just using them to beat down on the towers. This tower's not exactly losing any health because of the backdoor regen, so it doesn't matter how many times you hit that. Oh no.
Game on the Jinx. Does just as well on Draven, so hopefully we get to see Draven in the next game. Hopefully we get to see some Victor in the next game, just saying, guys. But well played by both teams. That was a brilliant showing by the lane Trundle. Saxton had some very nice ultimates. There was some great Mega Inferno bombs, and the bottom lane did quite well. Just in the end, they could not keep it together enough to overcome the enemy. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with game.
So,
tiebreaker ahead of us. This is Coldblood signing out for now.
just had to add that in there. So it looks like the CG's been pushed back to their base once again. And oh, there goes Storm Spirit trying to jump in there, but he's actually getting in a huge reverse polarity jumping in. But unfortunately, he will be getting beaten down very, very quickly. And look at the Drown Ranger just going straight in, aiming that Drown Ranger very, very quickly. Just trying to beat down. Buyback from the Magnus, but it's not going to do too much of a help. He doesn't have the reverse polarity anymore. He's already wasted it, and he already got beaten straight down. This is going to be a top tower, as well as the Raxes up here as well. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a GG. You got a Nature's Prophet that has teleportation everywhere he wants around the map. There's no way you're holding this man off. I am going to say
Mega Creeps right into the rescue.
Say
the square root.
That is not what I wanted. Who is it? So a big congratulations to Boonz Throw Fan Club, who are going to be taking out this respawn land straight out under the nose of CG Calamity Gaming. They tried so very hard. They wiped people in most of the games that they played against them, but unfortunately they just weren't good enough on the day. So bad luck to the boys, but congratulations to Boonz Throw Fan Club, who have managed to play a couple of remarkable games. They probably should have won the first game, but they accidentally screwed it up on themselves. A little unfortunate, but bound to happen. But they've managed to rally and come back in the last two games, just beating. And it looks like they've pulled back. Oh, because most of them died. All a matter of time. So shout out to Abu Bulldog from SKR. Apparently you're his hero. There we go. We got a Drow Ranger that now has Necro Book number 2. And we got a Storm Spirit trying to solo take on a Roshan. I quite literally have nothing to say anymore because the game's basically over and they're screwing around. Although they are going for an Aegis of the Immortal, so I wonder if they're actually going to be able to do this. They have no idea that they're in there actually. There's no warding, there's no nothing, so in all honesty they could pick up the Aegis of the Immortal, but I have a funny feeling they're going to die very quickly. Storm Spirit mix up the Aegis of the Immortal. They're going to have to TP back to base very quickly. No TP and 1 TP on Invoker. So Invoker's going to end up TPing himself back in, and it looks like Storm Spirit just jumps in from the back and tries to do it. But there we go. It does look like the base is getting beaten down, and there we go. That is the end of the game. Boonz Throws Fan Clubs takes out the Respawn LAN event. A mixture between the old winners of Respawn V27 and Respawn V28. Proudly sponsored by Centrelink. So a big congratulations to them. I will most likely be doing a quick thing with these guys on the couch after this. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, as I did enjoy casting all these games coming to you. My name is GameStar's RagnaroK. Check us out at www.gamestar.com. You can also go and check out our Twitter as well as our Facebook at GameStar for both. Or you could go and check out our sponsors at OzGamers. Also, there has been... it's a bit later, well... Also, the stream is still going for the League of Legends games. You head over to GameStar TV number 2, and you can check out... What is it called?
Game 2 of the Grand Final.
Game 2 of the Grand Final coming up over on GameStar 2. Check it out. Cold Blood will be casting that one. I will be going to... I don't know yet. But I'm sure I'll be having fun whatever I'm doing. So you guys sleep tight. I am GameStar's RagnaroK, bringing you everything here. Again, congratulations to Boonz Throws... Boonz Throw fans. That's one. For winning Respawn, and we will see you guys later.